PC is where most of my gaming is done, and it is glorious. Don't get me wrong, I still have a fond place in my heart for console corner down here, with the Wii U and PS4 having ascended to desk level for ease of regular access, but for the most part I generally prefer PC. It's heavily customizable, it does my games, video editing, multimedia, web browsing, I can mod my games to extend the playability of them, I can play games from many years ago, mostly without issue, and I can do this. But plenty of people attack PC gaming regularly. It's mainly YouTube comments, Facebook conversations, Reddit chains, GameFAQs, all of the places that really don't matter but still grinds at my sanity a bit. Whether it's children who feel that buying a certain brand of console makes you a warrior for that company, ignorant idiots spouting off about some nonsense explaining the power of the consoles with 100 technical terms with zero relevance to the point, or simple trolls who get a kick out of making others squirm, most arguments boil down to the comparative cost increase PC gaming brings. As utterly ridiculous as this complaint is, mainly because it's completely wrong, I can see where confusion may arise. One issue is that within PC-focused communities, the members of said community have these multi-thousand dollar Euro-pound systems that they've built themselves, and modified extensively over time. As an outsider looking in, seeing all these amazing builds compared to the flimsy looking toaster you get for console money doesn't give you the greatest look. Oh hey, you can have this with PC gaming. Oh, but you'll need your wallet, credit card, bank details, an arm, a leg, your firstborn child, and your baby teeth to pay for this one. A more prevalent issue, however, is that most people outside of PC gaming will only know of it through pre-built systems, particularly the Alienware brand. Now these systems are normally quite highly marked up in price due to the cost of having a person build, install and test it, and simply because the name is enough to push up the cost. Much like how Apple get away with selling massively overpriced systems, well built perhaps, but not great specs for the money. Here is a basic PC you can build yourself for a fairly budget £500 that would easily run modern games at decent settings. 1080p, 60fps, all that good glorious stuff. Obviously you'll have to put this together yourself for the best price, but you may be able to find a bunch of the components in a bundle through Newegg, Overclockers, Amazon, whatever your choice of online shop. And with their powers combined, they are a computer. One that can play games competently enough, certainly as good if not better than the consoles in most cases. The only ones that it will struggle with are the ones that were notorious for coming out being only as good as the consoles despite vastly superior hardware. Not only that, but you can use it for plenty of other things, and have the options to customise your experience from as simple as which browser you'd like to use to drastic choices of operating system. There's no monthly fee to play games online outside of your standard internet fees, which you pay regardless of platform. And though this build is intended mainly for Windows, Linux is a suitable alternative these days if you're willing to delve a little further into computing, and will save a good chunk of change on the total cost of the build. I know I'm sure as hell not ready for Linux, I need Windows for editing these shitty videos on Sony Vegas. You also have access to Steam, Good Old Games, Green Man Gaming, Humble Bundles, all of which provide incredibly cheap options even for brand new games. Green Man Gaming regularly offers 25% off on a lot of new game releases. Even Origin supplies users with free games every now and then, which are permanently attached to your account. No requirement to maintain a subscription here. Compare that to paying upwards of £40 for a new game in stores, or even more on the online shop fronts through the console directly, and lacking that £30 a year subscription fee in order to play your games online, and you've got a cheap system with cheap software that might even leave enough in your wallet for whatever peripherals you might want. And don't start up any crap about, oh, you didn't include a monitor or keyboard or mouse in all that. Effective keyboards and mice can be snatched for pocket change. Here's a keyboard for £6, here's a mouse for a £5. And you don't include the cost of your TV when deciding on your choice of console. Another argument is the whole having to upgrade every year or few months or weeks, whatever period of time some ignorant cunt feels appropriate in their argument against PCs. Utter fucking bollocks. The aforementioned PC should hold strong for a good few years, and this is to play at 1080p 60fps on most games at high settings. It's not to play games in stuttery blur-o-vision for a limited time before the games get too advanced graphically for the system to handle. Consoles, conversely, repeatedly struggle to maintain even 30fps on some games, but they apparently don't need upgrading despite this being a clear-cut issue with the hardware of all current generation systems. Oh, and if you need a final nail in the coffin for that bullshit argument, better throw away those 3-year-old PS4s for the PS4.5. Which, by the way, simply will not play games at 4K, don't even start with me on that shit. At best it will manage 4K video and maybe a 4K output for its operating system, something which PCs have been capable of for a long while. If you prefer playing on consoles or don't have the money or willpower to pimp out a PC, that's fair enough, but don't make up bollocks about PCs to undermine them. We've currently got enough shit to deal with as it is. Glorious PC Master Race. There, I said it. Can I go now?